Welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into what's new, what's next, and what's blowing up in the world of gaming. July 2025 is absolutely stacked, from massive game drops and wild remakes to industry shakeups that could define the next few years. If you've been waiting for real-deal game releases and updates that actually matter, this is the month. Let's get into it. First up, the game release calendar for July is pure chaos, in the best way. College Football 26 kicks off early in the month, and fans have been waiting years for this one to make a real return to form. EA says it's got revamped dynasty modes, dynamic weather, and full player likeness support. Love or hate EA, this one's going to dominate sports gaming talk for a while. Then, on July 11th, it's skate or die time with the long-awaited Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4 remake. If you thought the first remake was good, this one's been rebuilt with the same Neversoft style spirit, but with modern visuals and even deeper customization. New skaters, throwback maps, and online park sharing. This might be one of the most fun drops of the summer, no matter what genre you usually play. And just a few days later, Destiny fans are eating well again. The Edge of Fate expansion for Destiny 2 launches on July 15th, and Bungie is promising a darker tone, a new subclass, and the kind of cinematic storytelling people have been begging for since Forsaken. Will this be the turning point before Destiny 3? That's still unclear, but this expansion is packed. On July 17th, it's time to talk bananas, literally with Donkey Kong Bananza. This is Nintendo in full retro-modern fusion mode. Imagine the platforming DNA of Tropical Freeze, but with the creative chaos of Super Mario Wonder. Reviews aren't out yet, but insiders say this is shaping up to be one of the Switch's most polished games of the year. Toward the end of the month, the tone shifts dramatically. On July 24th, Killing Floor 3 finally releases. Tripwire has been tight-lipped for a while, but early gameplay shows upgraded gore tech, better AI, and a brutal new aesthetic that leans harder into sci-fi horror than ever before. This is not your casual co-op shooter anymore. It's intense, and it's going to split the fanbase in all the best ways. And closing out the month on July 31st, we've got Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. It's fast, it's violent, and it's hard as hell. Think classic Ninja Gaiden with Souls-like structure and some serious enemy variety. For the action purists out there, this one's going to test your limits. Now, if you're already struggling to decide what to play, it only gets harder when you look ahead. The second half of 2025 is locked and loaded with heavy hitters. We're talking Borderlands 4, which is shaping up to be a full reboot of the tone and structure. Less zany for zany's sake, more grounded world building, and a focus on cooperative storytelling. Could be Gearbox's comeback moment. Then there's Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater Remake, which looks absolutely wild in Unreal Engine 5. The jungle, the lighting, the character animations, everything looks painstakingly crafted. Konami has a lot to prove, and this might be their chance to re-enter the spotlight with actual credibility. Horror fans, don't worry. Silent Hill F is still on track, and it's taking the franchise in a new direction. Japan in the 1960s, body horror, psychological tension, everything about this screams fresh while staying true to what made the original games terrifying. And let's not forget Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles, Jurassic World Evolution 3, Little Nightmares 3, and Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Each of those could easily dominate a month if released alone. The only reason it feels slightly manageable? Rockstar's GTA 6 delay left a Grand Canyon-sized hole in the fall release calendar, and studios are scrambling to either fill it or avoid it. And now let's talk Game of the Year. Yes, we're only halfway through 2025, but we're already seeing serious contenders emerge. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is the current critic darling, a surreal JRPG with painterly visuals, haunting music, and one of the most creative turn-based systems we've seen in years. It's not mainstream yet, but it's gaining momentum fast. Death Stranding 2 on the Beach launched earlier this year and remains one of the most divisive, yet artistically respected releases in a long time. Kojima is doing Kojima things, and whether you love it or hate it, it's impossible to ignore. There's a real chance it ends up as a top 3 GOTY finalist. Split Fiction is another big one, a narrative adventure game that literally splits timelines mid-conversation and forces you to juggle consequences across parallel worlds. super innovative and emotionally heavy. Then there's Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. And believe it or not, this game blew past expectations. It nails the tone of the films, has actual smart puzzles, and the Uncharted comparisons are totally fair, but in a good way. And while it hasn't fully released yet, Hades 2, which is in early access, could easily take over the conversation if it sticks the landing. The Blueprints and Kingdom Come 2 are also strong dark horse contenders, especially with how unpredictable critic circles have been in recent years. So that's your gaming state of play for July 2025. From jaw-dropping remakes and genre-defining sequels to huge industry shifts, there's never been a better time to be plugged in. If you're hyped for what's coming or playing something incredible right now, hit the comments. Let's talk. Which game do you think will take Game of the Year? Which July release are you jumping into first? Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next drop. New content every week, from news and reviews to deep dives and hot takes. Hit the bell, hit the like, and stay locked in. Because in this world, you game or you miss out.